up, Inkie peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and I'm up with your October printables. Now, I just want to say again, a huge thank you for understanding the complications of the move and our internet woes. The long story short, the issue that we had is that the house that we moved into had half an installation job. And to make things even better, our address is invisible. So the NBN, the National Broadband Network here in Australia, didn't know we existed, even though they've installed part of the thing on our house. They said we didn't exist. So it took a while for them to find out that the numbers in our street apparently changed number, and the number we are now is a good 100 numbers away from the number that they have us recorded as, which is always helpful. Aaron only found that out by looking up the longitude and latitude of our house. It's just been epic, and our service provider and the NBN have been just tossing us between each other, just blaming it on each other, when really it was just that the address couldn't be found and that the overseas service callers didn't understand that half the installation job had been done. But I have good news. The internet man came this morning. He just left. Archie's asleep, so I'm trying to film this quickly. And we have internet. Yay. Well, we should. The lights are flashing green, so Aaron can look at that when he gets home and show me how to hook it up on my phone and computer. But yes, it's been a hectic 6 weeks, but I'm here with your printables, and there's lots of fun things here. I've actually included a couple of bonus little bits just to thank you for your patience, and there's also a printable that is Halloween bonus, 2 of them that are available to all my patrons, because I'm going to try and make it every holiday celebration time, just to do a little extra printable for everyone. So let's jump into it. First of all, this is your art print, and this is actually a large canvas, probably about a meter high, that I painted, and I just love her. She's like a kind of inspiration I found in Little Red Riding Hood. I also had a shirt. Well, Aaron and I have matching shirts, and one day we went out wearing the matching shirts. If you watch, oh no, I don't think we vlogged then, but I've done a Project Life page about it before. We wore the exact same shirt all around the shopping centre and didn't realise till we got home, and it's a girl with a wolf on her head, and I've always loved that, but I wanted to do my own version, so we need a name for her. Let me know in the comments what name we should give her, because yeah, she needs a name. So this is your art print. I have made the art print a JPEG file, which is an image file, so you can resize it to be whatever size you wanted. I think this would be really cool resized down to fit in a planner dashboard. Just punch some holes and laminate it, and I think it'd make a really cool planner dashboard. So if you're a planner girl or boy, you might like that idea. Next up, we have the collage sheet. So I listened to your feedback. I think a while back I asked what, sorry about the camera shaking, I just realized I was banging the desk. I asked what you guys would like to see in collage sheets, and there was an overwhelming response for labels. So I've come up with some doodly labels, and I love how bold and black they are. I've got a process video where I'll give you a bit of a sneak. So I've used some of them. The process video should be up the same time as this, but watch this first. I think I might do it so it's a minute behind the process video. But yeah, I think I'm going to be getting a lot of use and need to reprint these quite a few times. I've decided to have the other half of the page as like a background. Now, you can do a couple of things with this. You can cut them out to be Project Life cards, lifeguards. No, I'm sorry, this will not suffice as a lifeguard. You can cut it as a Project Life card, and you could also cut them into tag shapes. You could punch them into circles or flowers or hearts or stars or whatever you like. So I left with a bit of a blank mixed media section this time, so or you could use it as a layering piece in scrapbooking. Yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to give you a larger section to play with this time, because you've got so many little intricate labels up here. Then your project life cards. So you've got 7 cards, 6 3x4s and a 4x6. And there's only one. I should add, this month kind of has an orange theme. And the reason why I went for an orange theme, I can't talk this morning, is because of, well, Halloween is in October. Now, I know a lot of people don't celebrate Halloween, so I haven't made it Halloween. I've just made it orange because I know in the Northern Hemisphere you're celebrating fall. It's quite an orangey fall colour. But here in Australia, our weather is warming up and I feel like orange is a good beach photos colour. So I thought it worked both ways. There's only one Project Life card that's Halloweeny, and then there's others in the bonus printable. So here are 4 of the cards. Now this one I forgot to put a border around it so you know where to cut. There's been a couple of problems with printing the Project Life cards. Now please make sure that you have your printer set to fit to page in the settings instead of scaling it. A lot of printers scale down the picture to fit different paper. So if you have fit to page, it'll be the size that I save it as, or as big as you make it. It will actually print that size. But if I printed this and it was on scale, it would end up a little bit smaller. I've decided to now make the Project Life cards individual files. That way, if you want to print one like this one, I'm going to use that multiple times. You could just print several copies of that, or if there's one that you're not going to use, like if you're not a Halloweeny person, you might not use that one, you don't have to print it. So all I did is I used my PC, I used Microsoft Word, and I just inserted the pictures. This one, in the picture settings, you can add a border around it, or you could just measure it on your trimmer and make sure that it's 3x4. So I'm really sorry I forgot to put a border on that. But I really like this card. It's my favourite one for the month. Oh, it's a toss up between these two. So this is a blackboard that I actually made for a client, and I just love doing these blackboards. I find them really therapeutic. I had a video, was that last month or at the start of this month? I think it might have been the end of September, and I was going to use that blackboard picture as a printable for this month, but I deleted it, of course. So I took a photo of another one that I had and blurred out what was written on the inside and coloured it in black. So that is your blackboard printable. Now there's a few things you could do here. You could either put a photo in the middle of it, or you could journal on it with white pen. That's another idea. This one, like I said, is one of my favourites. I was playing with my iPad Pro and drawing some hearts and using the layers to show some of my mixed media background. So there's that one. This one's a bit different than I usually do. It's a photo that I took of the sky one day. I was outside hanging washing and thought the clouds looked pretty, so I took a photo of it. I think I might be including like one photo one every now and then. I really do enjoy how they look. It's something a bit different. This one says leave room for magic, so it's a little bit Halloweeny but not too Halloweeny. You'll see in the process video how I use this card without using the leave room for magic. I covered that part up, so you can still use this card even if it's not a magic-y thing, or even it's just like a cute little whimsical quote. It'd be good to have with kids, or a photo of kids or something like that. So they're those Project Life cards. And then these ones, I love this. Oh, focus Mr. Camera so they can see it. There we go. So this is a floral design that I made on my iPad. I drew all of these, and my mother-in-law actually used it as her birthday invitation for this year, and I thought I would reuse it and show all of you because I really loved it so much. Now it was black and white, and then I've watercolored it and then rescanned it into the computer that way. Now this is the 3x4 card. It also didn't come with a page border, so just be careful of that. You'll have to either measure it with your trimmer or insert a page border when you print it. But I actually have this as an extra printable for you too, so stay tuned for that one. Here's the Halloweeny one. It says double double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. I love that quote. It's just so, I think it's all the the sounds like bubble and double and trouble, and oh, I love a good rhyme. So that's that card. And then down here for your 4x6, I decided to do a kind of like a journaling card. Now, quite often when I have use 4x6 photos, I often don't, because I save them for actually having photos in them. But when I do use them, it's quite often with multiple smaller photos that I want to stick on and do a bit of journaling. So that's what I did when I designed this. I kind of made it so that you could collage some pictures on there, or you could even cut it in half and just use it as a 3x4 picture, or you could stick a larger photo over it and just write a caption down the bottom. It's completely up to you. Next, you have your printable, which is this black and white floral wreath. Now, floral wreaths are very in, they're very trendy, but I wanted mine to be a bit more wildflower. I love looking at fields of just all different colours of flowers. We don't have them as much over here in Australia because it's quite warm over here, but I always like, this is going to sound lame, but I like to Google search images of other countries and just look at what they, like what their landscapes are like. I find it really enjoyable to see all the different landscapes and mountain ranges and snowy places and desert places, and I just love it. And I love a good English countryside wildflower picture, so that was my inspiration for this. You can see there's all different types of leaves and flowers and all sorts of stuff, and then I printed this out. You could print it out on thin watercolor paper if you wanted to and do your own one, but I printed it out and watercolored it myself and then scanned it in for you to use as well. There it is there. My favorite part is probably this. I love the shading that I fluked on those flowers. Let's be real, I fluked it. And I wanted to make it a bit splattery and just, yeah, because we're here in spring in Australia, and I thought it was springy, but I also thought the colours were dark and fall-like, and I really like it. Now, you could use this in a few different ways. You could either use it in an art journal page and stick it in and then write in the inside here, or draw a picture on the inside. You could also use it for scrapbooking as a paper and stick a photo on the inside, or you could do what I did and print it multiple times on one page. So this is there's a setting on my printer that you can print 16 of the same page, and so I did that, and I'm going to use them as little labels. And the good thing is you can turn it either sideways or upways, vertical or horizontal, Adele, they're the proper names, and it still works out. So I'm going to have fun with those, and they're also going to last me forever. Then we come to the bonus printables. So these are the Halloween printables. Usually it will just be one kind of collage page like this, but I decided to do a little scripty font as well. So this is the Halloween printable that will be available to all my patrons, and it comes with two Project Life, oh, Mr. Focus, there you go, two Project Life cards. So this was another cloud photo that I took on that same day, with these really cool branches of this tree in our new backyard. It's the tree, I don't know what it is, but it's got these really clustery leaves. Like, it's not a dense tree, it's quite spindly, and I decided to play with the colours of the sky and make it orange because I thought it looked Halloweeny. Then we've got a bit of script font here. It's all just a bunch of hocus pocus. This one also didn't come with a page border, I don't think so, or maybe it did. No, I think Aaron fixed it so that it did. Then we've got some more little bits and pieces here. This you could use as an embellishment. You could stick it on a Project Life card. You could even cut out a 3x4 of this and stick this over the top with some craft foam to give it a little bit of dimension. I think that would be fun. We've got Stay Spooky. Sorry if you can hear that motorcycle out the front there. We've got some stars, and then a little scripty font, Happy Halloween. And then I decided I liked that quote so much about the magic in the night. I wanted to script font it, so I decided to use my brush lettering and my watercolors and do that for you. And that's your October printables. So I hope you enjoy them. I have decided that, so the printables were late this month because of the internet and move and things and sickness and death and all, a whole range of things that have happened in the last 6 weeks. I have decided to move the printables to the 15th of the month, just for a couple of reasons. First reason being that you're getting the printables now on the 30th and your next ones would be in a few days otherwise. I kind of want to space them out so you don't feel overwhelmed with printables, and I think it might just be easier for the process videos as well to not be right at the start of the month, to be a little bit later on. I think it might be, yeah, just better with my Patreon schedule. So I hope you enjoy your printables. Please let me know in the comments below any requests for November. I have already got a theme, so I'm going to make November birthday and celebration themed because November is the month of Aaron's birthday and it's also our wedding anniversary. So I thought I'd do a celebrations, birthdays, get together, that type of vibe. So if there's anything in particular that you would like, please let me know. If there's any fun celebration quotes that you like, or if there's anything particularly on the collage sheet, like would you like some embellishments with like birthday icons drawn on them? Would you like, I have an idea of candles. I want to do something with some candles. Beans has just woke up. Mr. Moo has just woken up, so I've got to go. Oh, he's not a happy camper. But I hope you enjoyed, here they all are, your October printables. And don't forget, even if you don't use them straight away, save them, because I am only having 6 months worth of printables up at a time, and then I will be deleting older ones. The printables are always available. If you go to the main post page, there's a featured tag part that says printables, and you can click that, and I always tag these videos with the word printables. I might put a screenshot up if I can remember to put that in. Thanks for watching today, guys, and thanks Mr. Moo for staying asleep while I recorded this and waking up at the perfect time. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!